Hey everyone, Jamie Pate here for Scrapbook.com, coming in here with a scrappy project make. This is inspired by Scrapbook.com's Hexagon Nested Dies. I want to sort of shake things up a little bit here in this vacation album that I am working on. I'm in the middle of adding to this vacation album using, the book is Heidi Swap's Set Sail notebook. You can see here, this is already holding so many pages of fabulous memories and fun little inserts. It's truly inspired by the gorgeous 49 and Market Sunburst collection. This collection is making me so happy for vacation and travel and even just every day. You can see that this album is for sure a work in progress, as some of the pages aren't complete. I'm going to start with these hexagon dies and follow along with the sketch that I created here. And you can find that if you have any interest. You can download that sketch at jamiepate.com on my blog. And what you can see here is that I am taking those dies with some 4x6 photos plus a smaller printed photo and cutting them out. I mean, I know, right? Old school cropping here, but the hex is so much fun. So I have about 3 photos in total. Each of the photo sizes will be a different size hexagon. And what I'm going to do here, I've grabbed my sketch. I'm just kind of lining it up on the side to make sure that my photo will crop okay and that I don't actually cut my head off. So that was what was happening there. Just finishing this up with this last die. I've already pre-cut some of that sunburst pattern paper with some hexagons. So this is going to be a mix of photo plus the pattern paper. And I just let myself have fun with this. And you can see that the photo is kind of hanging off at the side. We'll come back to that because the next photo, I'm going to create this little interactive flip piece. So I've taken a piece of cardstock, I folded it in half, and you can see on that die there that I am adding that one edge just slightly above the fold. So then when it cuts out, I have a hexagon shaped card. You're going to see it here after I pull off the mint tape. And then it's just this cute little card. Here we go. Yay, ta-da! How cute was that? And so then I'm going to add adhesive with this dot roller to the back of the photo. Pop it right on the top of that card. So now we're back to the page and I'm just jumping in here, trimming off the side of that photo, which it could be a full hexagon size photo on here, but I think it's kind of fun and quirky to have it coming off the edge like that. And so now the little flip card is attached and is ready for the story. I always want to make sure I have allowed plenty of space for the story. I pre-cut several different patterns in the hexagon shape. Wasn't really sure what I was going to like until I got the photos on the page. I always start with my photos. My photos really drive what collection I'm going to use, what patterns I'm going to use. And I was just verifying there that indeed that photo was not going to get cut off too far over. And so it's good and it's going to find its place there. I think it was kind of fun using 3 different size hexagons for the photos. So just play with that idea. See what you come up with. Create different sketches of your own. Sky's the limit, right? Sky is absolutely the limit when we are making with, especially dies like this, nested dies like this. Again, same thing here with that little pattern paper there. I decided on the blue. The blues just had it for all that gorgeous beach and water in the background. So I stuck with a blue pattern paper. I'm only going to use the 2. Now I've grabbed my 6x8 album that is full of 6x8 page protectors that hold these 6x8 49 and Market rub-ons. I love being able to find those rub-ons in that way. It keeps them super organized. I've decided on that sort of radar kind of map right there smack in the middle of the 6x8 rub-on, but I'm just cutting that out, and it's going to kind of layer a little bit over the inside of that flip page. I'm adding a piece of paper underneath just to make sure I don't get anything from the rub-on on my workspace mat. It comes off pretty easy, but just makes it easier to just to have it there and don't actually rub on to the mat itself. So you have to be really careful with these rub-ons. Make sure everything is transferred down and kind of slowly pull that paper back and checking and making sure that you indeed have the rub-on in place before you go. I'm just using that pick tool to make sure it's under the photo as well. Then we're going to come in here at the top, and this time I'm going to use, actually no, I take that back. I will add some more titling to the top, but I decided I wanted to layer this sentiment over the rub-on that I've already done. So it's kind of overlapping that a little bit, which I thought was kind of fun. And free as the ocean, that's what we try to be, and then just have fun with those memories when we're done being on our adventures like this. So there's sunny skies that are coming there at the top. So that top left side has a rub-on, the bottom right side has a rub-on. I like that kind of a balance on my pages. It's something I sort of do often. I have some of the laser cuts from the Sunburst here, just kind of pre-decided on them. Wasn't quite sure where they were going to go, and I wanted them just to kind of feel loose. I wanted them to feel breezy, and which is exactly what I'm doing here as I add the Artiste glue to it. I only added a little bit of glue on this palm frond. I added just to the stem, and I was kind of making a decision here where I wanted this to go. My stem's too long. I'm going to trim that off, and again, just add a bit of the glue there to the very tip, and I'm pressing that down. I just want to go ahead and get it in place. I'm going to do it a third time here with this little bit more open leaf, and I really loved, not only did I love doing this in the process, I loved how it looked, and you're going to see us repeat this element in a moment here, but this kind of set for me how the other embellishments on the page were going to go. So once I have the foliage in place and glued down, I decided that I wanted to kind of pop a little bit of this pinkish red. There's the red umbrellas in the photo. So these are also the laser cuts, and I sort of pulled the petals, if you will, up a little bit, a dot of that glue right in the middle of it, and making sure that it's kind of tucked in there. I love these strip dies. They just cut out strips of paper. I love to have those pre-cut, and then I can create phrase strips with them. So I'm taking the Word Fetty, The Best Day Ever, great stamp set, and I'm just going to create my own word strip here. I'm going to do another one as well, but I love having these already cut. It just makes it so much easier because I cannot cut a straight line to save my soul. So this is just a little lifesaver to me. So how cute is that? This never gets old, and you could just pre-stamp a whole bunch of those and just have like your own personal collection of these phrase strips. And so that's what we're doing here. I decided it's going to fit right there with the 1/8 inch foam tape. Love this size for just this purpose right here. So it's going to pop up right on top of all those layers we already have there on the page. And so what's going to happen next is we're pretty much just going to repeat that same idea down here. And I love repeating elements. It takes the guesswork out. You can use the same things you already have ready to go, like I had here in my tray. The leaves were a little too long. I might have taken a few too many off, but I didn't need it as long as it was, so I just trimmed that down. I'm going to come in here with this other piece of foliage, but I realized it's just not quite fitting in there, and my first element needs to be pushed up. So the glue was perfect for this because I have some open time with it, and so I was able to push that back up, and then I felt better about kind of laying this guy out too. And just a little bit of glue there keeps everything nice and breezy, doesn't lay everything completely flat on the page. I like them to look like they have some lift to them. I'm going to repeat the same thing with the flowers here too. I decided just to go ahead and stay with the 2 flowers. The one's not quite enough. I think the balance of 2 looked better. And that's just a personal preference. If this is something that you are wanting to emulate, then you just got to kind of have your own personal preference to what looks good to you. And so we're going to repeat the phrase as well. I have there in the tray the love this place, and that's going to get popped up on there too. And so that's basically how this page came together. It's going to fit perfectly inside that set sail notebook, and I have now plenty of room to add my story right there in the middle with that flip piece, which could have been any of the pieces on this page. Any of it could have been that, but we just chose that one photo in the middle. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around sometime.